1.2 Awareness Cycle. What is healthy self talk? How do you build your awareness of healthy versus unhealthy self talk? Human perception of external surroundings, scenarios, and constructs is more important than the actual physical surroundings. Human beings are a unique species in that a tiger can be a primal stressor or a soothing therapeutic depending on perception. And here to our right is a regulatory and complexity scale where our primal visceral response to a tiger is fear. It's just like unrequited fear. Over time, with regulation and with a complex neural pathway construct, we actually can consider a tiger therapy and we can do a reappraisal of the scenario. Dr. Wendy Wood wrote, "We spend 43% of our day doing things without thinking about them. Almost half of our actions are not conscious choices, but the result of our non-conscious mind nudging our body to act along learned behaviors." Let's create our second self-talk log. Healthy self-talk reinforces psychological safety for you and the people who you relate to frequently. Unhealthy self-talk destabilizes psychological safety for you and the people who you relate to frequently. Awareness of self-talk that is healthy and to be learned and reinforced is equally important to unlearning unhealthy self-talk. In this scenario, for our self-talk log, I want you to think about the moment you found out you got your last promotion, your last employment promotion, or if you're self-employed or you have a different employment scenario, think about the last time you interacted with the most significant customer that's in your client ecosystem. What did you say to yourself as you got engaged in that promotion? What was it? What was the healthy psychological safety that you provided for yourself? Okay. What was the unhealthy things that you remember saying to yourself? What do you think about when you think about this major promotion or this great opportunity with this new client? What do you need to learn? What do you need to unlearn? Go ahead and take several minutes and capture those thoughts. "90% of knowledge workers today are not in an existential crisis on a daily basis. Yet we still retain the fear at scale patterns of our hunter-gatherer ancestors from millennium ago. Who are the relationships in your work life that shape your perceptions and your healthy and unhealthy self-talk? What values are reinforced by those relationships?" I'm thinking about a scenario. I had a client in Chicago, Illinois, about 4 years ago. And as I was sitting across from this particular client, very senior in this multi-billion-dollar financial services company, they said, I don't know if my team is going to be able to get the culture shift that I need them to get for us to adopt these new DevOps practices. And I asked him, well, what makes you so convinced? And he said, well, there's probably three very senior engineers that sit in his cloud practice, and all they like to do is just poke holes and critique, criticize, and demean other technologists, software engineers, and those who are actually bringing new ideas into their particular company and their particular division. And they're so senior, and they literally know how the whole company runs. They actually practically run the infrastructure from their desks. You can't fire them, so he's got to live with them. And so, when he's thinking about his value web, he's probably going to list those subordinates as potential unhealthy relationships that are, intentionally defeating a new initiative. Let's go ahead and stop here. Now, same scenario as promotion / new client, new opportunity. Let's go ahead and capture the relationships that influence that healthy self-talk. Let's go ahead and capture the relationships that influence unhealthy self-talk, where there was decreased psychological safety. What was the value that reflected from that unhealthy self-talk? Let's take several minutes and capture that.